Guess what, guys? It is cold, it is rainy, and we are expecting maybe some winter precipitation. I am making a huge stock pot of chicken broth, and I'm going to tell you why here in a minute, but let me tell you what's in it. So I have a whole stalk, a whole bunch of celery. I have a whole white onion. I have some parsley in there, just what I could find around the house, some bay leaves. I have a whole chicken, some salt and pepper, and carrots fresh from my garden. And I just flavored it the way I want to make it. But let me tell you why I'm making this. My daughter is going through some health issues, and one of the things that I made her the other day that she absolutely loved was the Tuscan soup from Olive Garden. And I found a great recipe, so I'm going to make a video on that day after tomorrow and show you how I made it. But I need chicken broth, and so I'm making my own. We have a nice fire going. We have an extremely strong north wind. So this is so nice, and I've got my cooking going on and my chicken broth going on. We are enjoying, honestly, this cool, rainy or cold, rainy day. We are cold. It's got a very strong north wind, but we're going to go into the high tunnel while my chicken broth is making, and I'm going to show you what's going on in there. So my hubs is out here working in the high tunnel, and he's pulling some weeds, and we just transplanted the part of the celery stalk to see if we can get it going. So it's about 45 degrees with an extremely north wind. Listen, you can hear it howling. Did you hear that? Okay, so this states we are at about 58 degrees, and let me show you. We've got lights on the tomatoes, and guys, I want to tell you that every single one of these tomato plants have buds on them and tomatoes. So we'll be watching this. We are prepared with some propane heat with Mr. Heater because we are expecting to get brutally cold here in the next 24 hours. But I want to show you these things are doing really good. And let's look at the greens. So we have lots of Swiss chard, lettuces, arugula, and look at my broccoli. My broccoli is doing fantastic, and you can see I've got more little heads down in there. So I'm excited about this. My cabbage are starting to form heads, and I've got some great kale. And this is going to be part of the recipe that I'm going to make on New Year's Day. Hear that wind, guys? Let's take a gander at some of my purple top turnips in here and some of my spinach. Lots of good things growing in here. Guys, these turnip greens are about 2.5 to 3 feet tall. And I'm going to direct you over here. This is going to be our seed starting bed, and we are going to put some heating elements in there and some heating cords. Hear that? Whew. Things are getting volatile. Anyway, and this will be our seed starting bed where I'm fixing to start some seeds, some tomatoes and pepper plants in the next week. Our beets are looking fantabulous. Quick glance at my outdoor stuff, my chard, my lettuces, and my cabbages. They're doing pretty good, but it's cold and I'm going inside. Whew, back inside. Guys, it's cold out there. And you can see this ginormous stock pot is boiling with my whole chicken and all my veggies to make our chicken broth. We have us a rolling boil here, guys, and you can see here are some of my fresh carrots. Well, let me get one for you. And celery. And I'm not going to touch that handle because it burned me. Onions, parsley, peppercorns, garlic. Woo-wee. And so what we'll do is we'll use this for our recipe on Friday. And then I will can and freeze the rest of it. But look, I have a whole chicken in there, and that's going to break down. This is going to boil, guys, all day. It's 11:45 in the morning. It's been going since about 11:15. So I will check back with you when it starts to look like she's going to be done. I want to remind you guys, don't use any butter or oils in your chicken broth. Let it do its thing with all the veggies. My veggies are floating, guys. You can see it is starting to look like a broth. Don't touch that. Woo! And don't touch that either. Guys, this is really shaping up to be a fantastic batch of chicken broth. Fresh from the garden. So carrots bring a lot of vitamins, especially a vitamin K. Celery brings a lot of magnesium to it. I think I'm gonna be real happy about this big old pot of chicken broth. And in fact, see the line? I'm gonna add some more water because I need as much chicken broth as I can get this year. All right, guys, let's take a peek. It's been about 4 or 5 hours of our chicken broth. Oh my goodness. You can see here, that is a beautiful chicken broth. So I've got my celery. I got chicken in there. I got carrots. Let me find one for you. It's in here. Well, you can see them in there. Giant carrots, fresh from the garden, that has been simmering with this whole chicken. Now again, I did not add any oil or butter. Any fat you see on the top of this is from the chicken itself. Salt, pepper, parsley, carrots, celery, garlic. Oh my goodness. This is going to be delicious. So my jars are washing in the dishwasher right now. So I'm going to let this continue to simmer. And then I'm going to jar this stuff up, guys. Some of it, again, I'm going to use in a recipe on Friday. And I'll show you what I'm going to make with it. But you can't beat this. This is surely a giant pot of chicken broth, and the whole chicken has just cooked down. We've got the skin, we've got the chicken in there, and it has so many wonderful vitamins and minerals and nutrients in this. So this is a very huge pot. I know I'm going to get a lot of pints and quarts out of this. So just what you can do with one whole chicken, a big bunch of celery, a big bunch of carrots, black peppercorn, salt, and a complete bunch of celery. This is it, guys. Full of body healing stuff. I'm excited about it, actually. If I had a bunch of people to feed, I could throw some noodles in there and we'd have us a giant pot of chicken noodle soup. But instead, look at that rich broth. We're going to can this up. We're going to let it cool. We're going to put it in the freezer. And we're going to cook with this stuff in the days or the weeks to come. I have a couple of quarts and pints of bone broth. Both beef and chicken broth, and I have some quarts and pints of vegetable broth that I have frozen as well. Guys, you can't beat it. This is a healthy choice and a healthy remedy for all kinds of ailments for the flu and cold season and the you-know-what. So we're going to keep this going, and as soon as my jars are done washing, we're going to can her up. But I want to get all the nutrients I can out of it sitting here and on a simmer for probably about another hour. Okay, my broth is just about done. You can see here I have my strainer, and I'm going to go ahead and strain my broth through it, and then I'll put this in another bowl. Guys, I have tons of broth here. So my jars are finishing up on the cleaning and the sterilization, and we are going to put this into our jars. Look at this. You can see here where I've already taken some out. Beautiful, beautiful chicken broth. So, I'm fixing to get my jars out, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to jar it up. Okay guys, we have finished up here. You can see I have about 7 quarts of delicious chicken broth, and I have about 7 pints of delicious chicken broth. So what are you going to use this for? You can use this to sip on. You can use it for your soup recipes. You can use it in your mashed potatoes. You can use it in your rice. But I'm telling you guys, this, I think probably is one of the most valuable things to me when it comes to my health and my diet, because I think that chicken broth has all kinds of great nutrients and minerals in it, especially when you add your carrots and your celery and your garlic, parsley and an onion. Guys, there's all kinds of things in this. So I'm done for the day. It's about 3:30. My husband's getting ready to make us some dinner. We're going to have chicken littles tonight, which means Cornish hens. And I'm going to let this cool, and I'm going to let it cool for quite a while. I may even put it in the refrigerator and let it cool off tonight before I put it in the freezer tomorrow. So thank you for watching. This is a great recipe. I hope you guys enjoy it. If you like this video, we ask that you hit the like button and hit the subscribe button. We got lots more like it. Take care. God bless. Happy New Year. And we will be in touch before the new year.